Is Evolving Skies mooning again? Why am I saying that? Take a look at the booster boxes and the booster packs. We're going to go through a few Evolving Skies products and the set itself. This is just a loose booster pack at the moment. Sword and Shield number 7 Evolving Skies, featuring the evolutions. This is the one with Sylvia on the pack. It is right now going for $34.73 per pack. Now if we look at the 1 year sort of trend, it started from $18, which is already quite ridiculous for a single loose pack, especially if you want to call this the modern era. But Evolving Skies is the strongest set of Sword and Shield, so that is why $18 also right now doesn't seem too bad for Evolving Skies. But right now it's actually $34.73 per booster pack. And if we look at the most recent sales, which is quite ridiculous because there's 4 sold for $35, 12 sold for $40 each, and 15 sold for $42.87 each. Now that is just insane. Why do I say that it's insane? Because if normally in the past a sleeved booster pack had a much higher premium and it was going around $50. Now it's $48, which is coming down a bit from its $60 all the way down to what, $47. And more recent data seems to show $50, $52, $52.69 without a protective cover. Okay, interesting. 54, $47.99. And it seems like if we just compare the most recent sale prices, it's getting closer and closer. Even right now, it's $34 compared to $48. Okay, there is still a premium, but the premium is shrinking. And so a single pack is definitely increasing over time. So if we just take a loose booster pack, okay, and we times that by 36, that is what you would expect to pay for a booster box, right? Well, not exactly. If we look at a booster box at the moment, it's going for $2,213. And there's been some sales for $2,300, $2,350, $2,399, which is $2,400. And there's even one sold for $2,485, but that's with a critic case. But a critic case is not really that expensive. One could say it's probably $20 or $15. So still in the high 2,400s, almost 2,500. And that is a huge premium. So if we just take 2,500 divided by 1,250, it's almost 100% premium on 36 loose booster packs. Now that's just insane, right? So if we just take, okay, let's take the booster box price right now, market value, divide by 36 packs. That's an implied value of $61 per pack. That's higher than loose because people are seeing booster boxes as a product on its own. That's why it carries such a high premium. And there's not just this, we could also have a look at the ETBs, because ETBs are also quite interesting. So right now a single ETB is going for $380. Now if we take $380 and there's whatchamacallit, 8 packs, that is an implied pack value of $47.50, which is higher than loose booster packs and probably equivalent to a sleeved booster. So yeah, seems to be that prices are turning around. 378, 374, and if we take a 1 year, yep, it went down from 397 to like 374. It's maybe starting to make a small uptrend back, but yeah, we'll see, time will tell. But at least the set value has crossed over $6,000. Moonbryon, 1,771. If we click into it, TCG player 1,771, and a PSA 10 copy. PSA 10 copy is going for $3,082. And if we look at the Moonbryon, let's take a look at TCG player pricing. It actually broke 2,200 and went all the way down to 1,700. And there's one sold for, okay, well, I don't know why a PSI copy is featuring over here. Holofoil 1,755, a moderately played holofoil 1,200. So let's just focus on the near mints. Okay. So maybe it's going up again. We'll see. It hasn't really made a turn yet because it's still 1,700. And but yeah, set value is still very strong. 6,000 is very high for a set value, but Evolving Skies is the strongest set. Other cards also relatively strong. You got tons of cards above the $100 range, and at least all the evolutions, the Evolutions V out art doing extremely well. The VMAX out arts also doing very, very well. Look at this Umbreon V out art, $389. Rayquaza VMAX, Rayquaza VMAX, $661. Dragonite V, $402. So yeah, very strong set, and yeah, seems to be doing well. And loose packs, who knows where they're going. If this continues, maybe a loose pack would go towards the $40 region. Anyways, that's all I have. Catch you on next time.